What's up, guys? Welcome back. The OCG, the OCG Banlist just got revealed, released. It's up on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization website as well. All the links will be in the video description, but I've been waiting for this. Their new list will go into effect January 1st, and well, we are seeing two cards already here that are going to get banned. I've seen some glimpses of the list, but again, getting some reaction from the cards being on this particular list. I saw it was quite of a big list, so we have I assume we are going to have a lot to talk about. Very quickly, the most recent OCG metagame breakdowns, we've had two from past couple of weeks, like Thunder, Orcust, biggest decks I guess, with Sky Strikers, Endymion, Spirals closing down, let's say the top 5 decks. That's basically it, but Orcust, Thunders seems to be the deck to beat. Same as the metagame breakdown from a couple of days ago, well, last week actually, with Orcust overtaking it. So let's see how this new OCG ban list is going to hit, like Orcust and Danger, Dark World Shenanigans as well, and you're already seeing here 2 cards. Let's scroll down a little bit, not too fast. So again, OCG January 2020 list, limit regulation. Forbidden, we have 2 cards. Okay, Azathoth and as we have seen, Topologic Gumblar Dragon. Gumblar Dragon pretty much same as a TCG. I assume that they kept Topologic there as soon as they got the dangers. Let the people play, or let the players play some Danger Dark World Shenanigans featuring Gumblar, but again, pretty much on the next list, just get rid of Gumblar. Same for Azathoth. Finally, I guess. I mean, Azathoth is always involved in degeneracy, so it's again just a matter of time that this particular card also got the X, I guess. So that seems reasonable. Let's scroll down a little more, so limited section. Ooh, Zodiac Trident. Okay, yeah, there might have been some speculation reading online, for example, that cards in today's format can do so much, and then we look at Zodiac Trident, which can pretty much only pop one face-up card, and it's so strange that even though, you know, the Zodiac archetype is one of the best archetypes ever created in the game. So let's see how, you know, the Zodiac might be getting back their pieces, but I assume Broad Bull will still be banned. Then next up we have, okay, Beginning of the End. That's an interesting one. It's also well, because the most popular attributes here in this game is pretty much light and dark, right? And, well, Beginning of the End lets you draw, indeed, 3 cards. And, as a whole, it's not really that difficult to get at least 5 darks. I believe they need a different name, not really sure about that. But, I mean, long story short, it's just a ridiculous card as well, especially because of the danger. So, not really sure if the TCG is going to follow this one. But looking at Trident, that might be an option. Not really sure about Azathoth though. Anyway, that's it. Okay, that's it for the limited section. Well, this might not be a big list as I assumed that was. Anyway, so semi-limited, let's see, Maliseek, okay, that's fine. Altergeist, as we have seen in the breakdowns, they weren't really the most top deck, maybe 3rd or 4th place. So pretty much like an Underdark deck, but still quite okay in the OCG. Galatea, okay, Galatea to 2, pretty much finally another Orcust hit, and because I'm seeing Harp Horror as well. So yeah, Harp Horror, okay, to 2 as well. Personally, I felt they are, you know, other options to hit, to hit Orcust. I mean, Mermaid is banned, okay, but as you saw in the most recent breakdown, is that Orcust is pretty much the deck to beat, if not the best deck currently in the OCG, and maybe even in the TCG featuring Sky Strikers also. But only semi-limiting Galatea and Harp Horror feels quite underwhelming, is that the correct word? There's some speculation, maybe ban the field spell, ban, you know, the Orcust field spell, maybe put Galatea on one, or Dingrisu ban. I mean, you have so many options, but I feel that the TCG is not going to follow this one, especially looking at double Galatea and, Harp Horror. But again, yeah, I might be wrong about this, right? So Gelity and Harp Horror, that feels okay. Deep Sea Diva. I made the Diva video, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, when Konami released or revealed the new Deep Sea Diva archetype, and in both TCG and OCG, Deep Sea Diva is at 1. Right? If I'm not mistaken, featuring, yeah, I think it was featuring at least in the OCG. But Deep Sea Diva coming back to 2 is definitely something that with our next TCG ban list, we might see this one back again as well. A very strong card, a very big boost for, well, yeah, Mermail Atlanteans, I guess, but with the new Deep Sea Diva archetype coming out soon in the OCG within the next set, is it Eternity Code? Not really sure about that, but yeah, it just gives that archetype more options, I guess. So yeah, it was kinda expected when Konami released a new archetype. Baby Saurus, okay, that's fine, I guess. I mean, it's still dinosaurs, not really sure about their representation in the top cuts of dinosaurs in the OCG, but it feels pretty much the same as in the TCG. Sometimes we have at least now I'm talking for the TCG, a couple of dino, or maybe like one of dinosaur top 32 cut off in the YCS, and but even then, most of them just bubble out. If there are any, that is. So, okay, Baby Saurus feels fine. Tour Guide, a bit too quick, and Mathematician as well. Okay, Tour Guide from the Underworld might be coming back as well. Very interesting, this one, even though, well, in today's format we have multiple hand traps, Ash Blossom, Impermanence, so Burning Abyss, I guess. Same for Mathematician. Mathematician looking at Shaddolls also, they might want to push Shaddolls. So yeah, okay, both Mathematician and Tour Guide. Tour Guide is an interesting one, especially for Burning Abyss, right? Cool. You might be getting this back in the TCG also, so get your secret rares if you want. Unicorn, finally! Well, I was thinking about that for the TCG as well, but I mean, Necros pretty much has all the pieces back. I'm not really sure about the OCG, but same for the TCG. I believe like only Unicorn is still limited, and I think it's very similar to TCG and OCG. So this might be a tell that we in the TCG will be getting back Unicorn as well, and you know, like Necros being able to be played at basically full force, or almost at full force. Interesting one. Then let's move Thunder Dragon Beast. Oh yeah, okay. It's yeah, what can I say about that, right? Thunders is still one of the best decks in the OCG, solid first and second place next to Orcust, right? So a very underwhelming Orcust hits, if I can say. Salamandra Great Circle, I mean, it's at 1 in the TCG, so they are kind of weakening Salamandra Greats, even though, okay, it's a solid top 5 deck in the OCG, but it's a small hit to sell it. Then Mind Control. Okay, Mind Control to 2 again feels like a little bit underwhelming, since in like mirror matches, as we have seen in Worlds for example, and other tournaments as well, very strong card now, and I feel the TCG will just flat out limit this one, Mind Control, because it's such a powerful card. Not really sure if it was banned before in Teledat era, or you know, like after Teledat / Synchro Cat era 2009, but it's such a ridiculous card in Link format. Multi-roll, okay, I mean, we have one multi-roll in the TCG, so I mean, them only semi-limiting multi-roll. Sky Strikers isn't really doing that much in the OCG, even with their new Link monster, with Sky Striker Ace Rose, I believe the name is. So it's fine. I mean, it's just a small tweak to the main deck, but double multi-roll is still quite strong. Allure of Darkness, yeah, kind of following up with you know, like the discussion, are we having too many draw cards currently in the game, and Konami OCG hitting beginning of the end to 1, Allure of Darkness to 2. Allure is in all honesty such a strong draw card in Orcust for example, in Thunders as well, so them only semi-limiting Allure of Darkness seems, yeah, I mean, I see why. Red Reboot, okay, Red Reboot is an interesting one. I mean, in some decks it's definitely a side deck staple. Might be like a win condition as well against like Altergeist for example, or trap heavy decks. So them semi-limiting Red Reboot is an interesting one. Feels quite of a same hit to semi-limit Ash Blossom. Pretty much the same. or at least the same feeling I have with that. A limited section, let's see which cards are going back to 3. Yeah, Shadow Mist, I mean, they have 3 Stratos, but or 1 or 2 Shadow Mist, so 3 Shadow Mist feels okay, and Voked Megaba as well, and Voked getting back some pieces, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, same for the TCG, so them pretty much getting some things back. Chain Strike, oh man, not Chainburn. Nobody wants to play against that. Reasoning is an interesting one, since I think they still have Grass Looks Greener, right? Yeah, I think so, or is it banned? Or no, I think it's at 2, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. But them getting back Reasoning at 3, again, is quite of a tricky card. Draco Face Off, okay, interesting one, especially for Pendulums, even though the Pendulum builds with Endymion moved away from the Draco package, but triple Draco Face Off, ooh, this feels quite scary. Interesting to see how much of an impact that is going to have. And that's it, okay. Interesting list, couple of hits we might see in the TCG as well, or a couple of things like Zodiac Trident getting back, or coming back off of the list. Not really sure about the Orcust hits, it feels a little bit underwhelming. Deep Sea Diva to 2 might, and same for Tour Guides, 2 cards we can definitely see coming back for the TCG as well. Same for Necros of Unicore coming back to 2. Circle, Salmon Great Circle, we might see that at 2 in the TCG as well, even though why would Konami TCG do that, right? Why would they give back some pieces to sell it? Mind Control again feels underwhelming. It's one of those cards that I feel that should be put to 1, maybe banned, maybe a bit too severe, but it's might stay like a Seki card if it's at 1. So yeah, Allure of Darkness, I definitely agree, might just be a one-off, because it's such a powerful draw card in Orcust, Thunderland as well, you know, like those decks. So interesting list, again, feel free to leave your opinions, and all the links will be in the video description. Okay, guys, that's it, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Liquium signing out, peace.